This is game number 6 of the 2027 World Series. Yankees versus Phillies. Phillies lead the series 3-2 as the Yankees are going to have to win back-to-back games in order to win championship number 28. Here's how this series has played out. The road team has actually won most of these games. Game 5 went to the Phillies at home. As we call on Luis Gil to continue his very good postseason run thus far pitching, though the last outing he had wasn't the best. Phillies looking to pick up championship number 2 in this series and 4 overall with a victory tonight. As you see the numbers for Luis Gil, 1-1 with still under a 2 ERA and a .5 whip. He has been honestly probably the best pitcher in Yankee postseason history. Just looking at those numbers right there. Oh, strike number 3 for Trey Turner is punch out number 1 for Luis Gil. He's the 9th Yankee pitcher with over 25 postseason strikeouts in a single run. You see the other names there, all legends in their own right. Maybe not Rodon quite yet, but we shall see. He still has another year. No, actually, this is the last year of his contract, surprisingly, here in 2027. So maybe he wants to pitch another year for the Yankees. He does have a team option, but we're not concerned with that money right now. We worry about getting this World Series championship. And it will need to take a victory as a base hit gives the Phillies a runner. Rice, Volpe back to Rice to end the first inning as we turn 2. On the mound for the second time in this World Series, it is Freddie Peralta. He has been stellar in his own right. 2.31 ERA in 23 1/3 innings with 11 strikeouts. The strikeout rate isn't that great, but when you're not giving up runs and you're getting outs, like, it doesn't matter that much if you're striking guys out. It's nice, but it's not inherited. Oh my goodness. Trey Turner with an error with the throw to Harper. His second of this, actually this might be his second or third of the series. Runner taken off for second, sliding in the outside half of the bag. Ahmed Rosario takes advantage, giving us a runner in scoring position for quite possibly who has been our best hitter this entire postseason run. And we have an opportunity to drive in one. Swing and a miss on a slider. Why? It seems like Wells, Rice, and Jones all get caught on that low inside pitch, and it's usually an off-speed or a breaking ball. Usually a breaking ball. The slider, the sweeper, the curveball. Like, I really wish they'd lay off that garbage. Nonetheless, Aaron Judge, hard knock up the middle. This will at least advance Rosario. So that means the number 4 batter will have to come up, that being Ben Rice, to drive in the first runner for the Yankees this game. Jones, Stanton, Cabrera, and Bunning at the bottom portion of the lineup. Duke Ellis, who I'm actually surprised is even on postseason roster, but we need somebody to run for Big G at some point, right? Might as well. You know, him, Heriberto Hernandez isn't too slow. And as I mentioned earlier, Rice strikes out on the slider. God, I really wish they wouldn't swing at that pitch so much. Eel continues his just domination this postseason with another punch out. Volpe, a bouncer to Stott. And another throw by a middle infielder here for the Phillies. As Harper, he's 6'4", but like, he's 6'4", not 7'4". If you want Victor Wembanyama, the Sixers are going to have to trade for him. Or ask Joel Embiid. Spencer Jones with a strikeout. Again, that inside breaking ball just seems to be a problem for the lefty on righty batters for us. It's ridiculous. As all basically inside pitches set down the lefties at this point. Big G, hard bouncer to second. Over the shortstop, over to first. And that'll be a 4-6-3 double play for Philadelphia. As, Jake Fraley just staring at a slider right down the middle. Eel just not afraid to throw anything. Now, that did cost him some runs back in game 2. Conforto hits it to right field as Judge makes the catch and bounces off the wall, but seems to be fine. Big body Judge doing what he needs to do. Cabrera, base knock to right field. as it'll be number 9 man coming up next. That's Lee Bunning. 1-0 as a matter of fact. Floats it to center field here on this foggy November evening. Rosario up the middle of the Turner. Turner tosses, stop, jump throw to first. He's got them both. Peralta's defense continuing to come through. Remember, he came in with like a 12% strikeout rate, but that's because his defense is getting the job done. But Judge says, fuck your defense. They can't grab this one. Out 423 feet. His 9th postseason homer, as Judge is not playing games. He is seemingly trying to do everything in his power, and I mean that. Home runs, OPS, whatever it takes to get this Yankee squad one step closer to ring number 28. Volpe hits this one off of, oh man, Trey Turner's glove. That is another error. The 3rd one tonight, just for him. 4 in total for the Phillies, and 5 or 6 in the series. I tried to look up the most errors in a World Series. It is like impossible to find. I would have to do some real serious digging. Not that I'm against that. Nonetheless, the tail of the tape for the 2 hurlers. Both guys with 3 strikeouts. Both guys giving up at least a hit. Peralta's giving up the only run, that being the long ball to Judge. And that is the difference in this evening's ball game. As, oh man, Brandon Marsh says, screw a difference. The leaping attempt by Jones, oh man, he can't come up with it. Brandon Marsh hits this one just out of reach of Spencer Jones's glove. Remember in his first ball game, he almost caught a ball on the very first pitch that was thrown, the first defensive opportunity he had. He couldn't come up with that one, can't come up with this one here in the World Series. I'm sure Jones wishes he was like 6'9". He might have been able to make that one. Also, he might have been a New York Knicks power forward too. Well, really, the Brooklyn Nets, they really need one more than the Knicks. Karl-Anthony Towns is killing it. New York Knicks have won the World Series, the NBA Finals. I'm just speaking that into existence. 2026, 2027, I'll take that too. Nonetheless, anyways, back to this universe. As the batter up presently, Jake Fraley, 3-0 count, takes an inside fastball, and the Yankee fans are not happy, and I don't blame them. Conforto hits this one to left center. Jones runs it down. Runner from second will stay put. Great catch by Spencer. Caratini rolls it on the ground to Rosario. Doesn't go to short way, goes to first. And that'll end the 5th with a tied ball game. But Brandon Marsh with the monster mash ties the ball game at 1 apiece. All right, Lee Bunning will lead off. Oh, actually, not lead off the 5th. He smokes this one deep to right center. No one's going to come up with it. The rookie hits his first postseason home run, and holy hell, what a time to do so here in the World Series. Game number 6. Yankees jump out to a 2-1 lead. Eo goes back out there for the 6th and strikes out his first batter, Trey Turner, on the slider inside. 5th punch out for him. Harper hits this one hard, but this one won't leave the ballpark or really advance him more than a singular base. Castellanos, 0-2. Pops up the cutter near first base. Rice has no choice but to make the catch. And that'll be the 2nd out. And Marsh comes up with another opportunity to mash one out of here. Down 0-2 as Eo looks to get out of this one, and maybe we go to the pen. Pitch number 88. High heaters! Sets him down. Yankee lineup could use some offense. And, of course, they go to the 3 best batters here in the 6th. Wells, Judge, and Rice to start off the bottom half. Wells, 2-2. Swing and a miss at what else? An inside breaking ball. A low inside breaking ball. 4th punch out for Peralta. Aaron Judge with an opportunity to extend this lead. Already hit one out in the 4th. Hits it high. And really it's just high. Deep, but not quite deep enough for another solo shot. Now Rice Hits this one, gets a little bit too much underneath it. That'll be another fly out the left field to get out of the 6th for the Phillies. All right, Jake Cousins comes out of the bullpen with an over 50% strikeout rate through 3 games and 3 innings. Looking for him to maybe eat some innings. Slider, very slow, but hey, it gets the job done for the first out. Second batter, David Fry hits this one to right. Judge, oh man, can't come up with it before it bounces. And I don't blame him for not diving for it, as Fraley doesn't swing it, one on the inside. Low grounded at Rice. Rice to Volpe. Back to first. Cousins does the favor for the Yankee fan. Jump ahead to Volpe. Volpe hits this one into the gap. It will roll all the way to the wall. And he'll have a stand-up double, a lead off the bottom half of the inning. So we'll have 3 opportunities to drive him in. Jones floats this one to shallow center, and yeah, Volpe's going to stay where it is. Which means Big G gets an opportunity with the outfield playing deep, because they always play deep against him. Just contact swing, my guy. I don't need you to blast one, though I'll gladly take it if it's a good enough pitch. As the Phillies warm up 2 arms. Swing and a miss at the high heater from Nabil Chrismot. 1-2. And curveball demolished deep to right center. Marsh can't get to it. Big G comes up clutch. A 2-run shot, quite possibly the biggest home run of his career. And he becomes the 4th player in postseason history to have 25 postseason home runs alongside his own teammate, Aaron Judge, who honestly, it took me until well after I already edited this to realize that he had hit 25 home runs in his postseason career, as Conforto looks to try to get the Phillies on the board here in the top of the 8th. Caratini, 0-2. 0-2 today, make it 0-for-3. Can't connect on the sinker for Cousins' second strikeout. Looking to do the fam a favor again and possibly get it to the closer, Luke Weaver. Trey Turner pops this one up, not too far from Wells' catching stance, and he'll make the catch. The Yankees are 3 outs away from taking this to a game number 7. But I'll have to deal with the big mashers in the Philly lineup: Harper, Castellanos, and Marsh.
Now pitching for the Yankees.
And they will have to do so against Luke Weaver. 6 saves so far in this postseason. He would tie 1996 John Wetland for the most postseason saves in MLB history. He'll tie somebody else. Somebody else got 7 saves. I forget. I think it was somebody on the Giants back in like 2012. Nonetheless, we're right about right now. Harper. Oh man, bro. Since you were about 15 years old, any pitch that close to down the middle, you send that about 800 feet. But just a little bit late on that swing, Harper disappointed himself in that chance. Castellano hits it hard and high, but this one is not even going to leave the infield. Well, it'll be just barely into foul territory as the Yankees 1 out away. Send us to a game number 7, but again, as I stated, you got to deal with the big mashers, man, and Marsh is one of them. If he doesn't always connect. First pitch. Knuckle curve. I don't think Marsh was ready for that one as he looks back at the catcher like, bro, you really call for that? 0-1. High heater as that doesn't exactly change up his eye level. Is 0-2. And Marshall foul this one off. Somebody gets a World Series souvenir. We'll do 0-2 again. The pitch. High heater. We are going to a game number 7. Everything on the table. Everything. For 2 generational talents. Bryce Harper already has a World Series ring despite not officially playing in it in 2027 and has been to a World Series previously. Aaron Judge also has been the one, and let's be honest, we got embarrassed in 2024. But we have one game, just one game, to redeem ourselves. I'm going to need y'all to sub to see it.